Welcome, second star enjoyers around the world, Interisti around the world. We are here once again, 3 years later, exactly, pretty much from the moment when shit hit the fan 3 years ago with the Suning drama, Conte leaving, then a few weeks later, a few days later, Lukaku, Hakimi, all that stuff going on. Things were not looking good. Things were looking bleak. And then Suning got a lifeline with this Oaktree loan. And now we are here. We've been waiting for this kind of period. The date, the final date is 20th of May, 2024. We've been waiting for this date. And we are almost there now. And once again, just like that title celebration 3 years ago was cursed, it seems like we cannot enjoy a Scudetto without getting some headache. I mean, this one was more expected. Last time around, we knew we didn't know nothing. We didn't know what was going to happen. It was slowly developing, but then everything just, Conte decision, blah, 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 everything just went crazy. This one, as I said, we've been waiting for this day, for this week, for this build up for a while. Steven Zhang, we hope, was waiting for this, but clearly not prepared for this by the sounds of it. And Oaktree have been waiting, licking their hands to make some good money out of this. But us Interisti, once again, are at this time around, we're not actually, I'm not even like suffering. It's just, as Simi says here, it's more just embarrassing this time around. I don't think it's been particularly that bad, or like, Huyon saying, hello, darkness, my old friend. I don't think it's like that because the writing's been on the wall for a while. We've known that Zhang, Suning have been, kicking the can down the road for a while. And this is the reason why I stay away from all the news you see on this channel. I do not make videos about the news about, oh, he's gonna refinance with this, refinance with that, or he's the PIF are buying us, the Saudis are coming to buy us. I stay away from all of that because clearly no one knows Jack S. No one knows anything. So Italian journalists, they change the news every single day. It's like, oh no, he's staying. Oh no, he's leaving. Oh no, the Saudis. Oh no, these guys. Oh no, the Americans. Oh no, these guys. But now there was only two options for these 3 years. It was either Zhang refinances, Oaktree take over. And right now, by the sounds of it, it looks like Zhang has tried his best, and Oaktree are going to be, as of Tuesday, I think 20th is supposed to be the deadline, but it's a public bank holiday in Luxembourg, where Inter's Grand Tower, the company that has been used for this refinancing is not even via Inter or via Suning. It's been like a third umbrella company that's been created called Grand Tower, based in Luxembourg. But yeah, either Monday or Tuesday, that's the deadline. And by then, it looks like now all the signs are pointing to us not being owned by Suning anymore and being taken over by the investment fund called Oaktree. And we'll get into it, guys. What my thoughts are in terms of, my feelings, thoughts, and also, potential repercussions for Inter as a team, but also as a club, as a business as well, moving forward. But 135 people already. Yeah, I needed to do this. When the news broke, Inter's statement that came out from Steven Zhang, I was driving to Heathrow Airport to London to drop my dad to the airport. He's going off on holiday for a week. But I saw, like, on the Discord chat, driving, I just saw someone, I think it was Terry in the Discord chat. I can't remember who it was, but someone posted in the Discord chat, and I was just like, statement, oh my God. And it was like, as soon as I pulled the car over, I need to read the statement. And I knew that I had to come back home and do this emergency live stream, which is very, very reminiscent of that emergency live stream. I mean, shout out to you if you guys have been here since that time, because you guys will remember that emergency live stream when Conte left that day, that emergency live stream. That means you've been here probably from before that time as well. But if you've been here since that, then the shouts out to you guys. And a lot of you have been around the channel for that long. New chapter for Inter, potentially Steffers Mattia, nothing is ever easy with Inter. Nope, of course not. That's not why we started supporting Inter. Eduardo, member for 28 months. Thank you very much. So, is this a cry-out? No, not at all. Again, as I say, I don't think this is a sad news. This is just news that we've just been waiting to develop. Even in my video, the last video I made about Lautaro's contract, I said, I don't know what's happening with the ownership situation. That's probably maybe some of the reason why the Lautaro contract was stalled, because giving a guy 9-10 million a year with this cloud hanging over your head is probably not the right decision to do anyway. So I don't think this is going to be a cry-a-thon. It's more just figuring out a thon, or where are we? Just figuring out what the hell is happening with Inter. Pazza Inter sempre, yeah, whether it's on the pitch or off the pitch, it's Pazza Inter, regardless, either way. Parmeshwar, damn, can't believe Zhang's time will actually be up in a couple of days. Yeah. TikTok, and there's one guy. I mean, tomorrow, by the way, is the party. I mean, today was supposed to be the pre-match preview for Inter versus Lazio, which is tomorrow's, whatever the result is, lose, draw, or win. Inter, the fans at the San Siro, outside San Siro, there's going to be a party, there's going to be a celebration. There's going to be some concerts going, there's going to be, lots of stuff happening to celebrate. But in Belfast, there's a guy called Ian Kerr who has been running his hashtag Sooning Out hashtag for 1,004 days. And this guy Ian, will be partying probably harder than his party for the Sooning leaving is going to be harder than his party for Inter winning the Scudetto. This guy, as he says there, has been running this agenda for 1,004 days. And I'm sure the whole Kerr Mafia is going to be enjoying the fruits of these parties. It's going to be a whole week-long party probably to win for the Scudetto party and for bye-bye Sooning party. So let's say it seems like Ian's dream is that much closer. Ian is waiting in trepidation. And as Niak says, I don't see it as a problem. I mean, Niak, you've been, I think it's you're the guy who's been telling me about PIP for a while, like for 3 years as well. So let's see. Again, I'm not gonna believe this news, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, you were the guy who was telling me like 2 years ago to say the same thing. So until I see the Saudis here, that's when I'll believe it. That's why I always stay away from these news. I've seen so many YouTubers and sources talking about this stuff. All we hope is that whoever takes over, because one thing that we probably know is that Oaktree are not here for the long term, similar to what Elliott were for AC Milan a few years ago. Actually, not even as long as that. I think Elliott stayed actually longer than I thought they ever would. But Oaktree are actually very different from Elliott as well as a fund, and they've made it clear that they have no interest in like running into full time. But all we can hope is that whoever takes over from Oaktree would be someone that can take care of Inter properly and has the funds, but also the interest on a sporting level, not just the financial level, to take Inter forward. Crisi Inter, yeah, of course. Now all our haters, the Bilanisti, and the Rubentini, and all the others coming out of the woodworks now, of course, to try to spoil our party. And of course, the newspaper and media will be having a ball for the next few days, and I'm sure their newspaper sales and clicks on websites are going to go. The economy will rise thanks to Crisi Inter. We thought that this was taken care of, but no. That's why even in the build up to this, I've still managed to stay away, even though all the news recently has been pointing to a positive outcome for Suning and Steven Zhang to renew, or to someone else to refinance the loan. I've tried to stay away from making like a whole video about it and saying, yeah, this is what's going to happen. That's what it was likely. But that's why the two things I stay away from is stadium news. You see on my channel, I think I made a stadium video maybe like 3 years ago when I got excited as well. But shame on myself for doing that. And then since then, I never made a video about a stadium. And then this ownership stuff I just stay away from, unless it's like something credible comes out, and I just kind of want to update you guys with what's out there at the moment. But these two things I've just been avoiding, and I'll still, until the 20th of May or 21st of May, until the official news and statements are out, we'll wait until then to really, make our minds up on actually what's happening. And yeah, that's the thing as well. The news, that's the thing. Like now, everything's coming out. Before, no one knew anything, but now, last few days, it seems like we've got sources inside of Oaktree. Now we've got sources inside of Pimco. We've got sources inside of Suning. But before, no one knew anything, and it was just speculation. Now everyone seems to know everything, so it's very hard to keep up with the news. Dino says, if I'm Oaktree, I'm licking my lips at the fact that I've acquired. Exactly. I think the cost for Oaktree, if they take over, is the original loan they gave to Inter, which was around 280 million euros, if I could recall correctly. Now, with the interest, that's matured to 380, but that's not what it cost to Oaktree. That's what, Grand Tower, i.e. Suning, owed to Oaktree. But their actual cost, if they take over Inter, was actually just 275 million, and whatever costs of, I don't know, running it, like, hiring people over the years to look after the investment and whatever. But yeah, they are overjoyed with this. They've been waiting for 3 years for this moment, and if they flip it for anything above that, they've made a nice killing from this. So 100% Dino. Debbie Kerr, if you take out this is what I don't like. I mean, let's get into the statement from Steven Zhang. So official on the Inter official website with Zhang's face on it. Like usually, when Inter release statements, sometimes you just see like a blue blob here. Like there's not necessarily like a header image, but this time there's a header image of Steven Zhang, because this statement is coming pretty much directly from him, because it says, signed President Steven Zhang, which we rarely see. And I don't really like this statement, because it comes off very unprofessional, and he's speaking like a fan, but you are talking to an investment fund and you are blaming them. So, in these first two paragraphs, yeah, nice stuff, historic milestone, 116-year history. He talks about, what the situation was leading up to this 2021, and then the global pandemic, and we had this, this is when we secured the Oaktree debt facility to support the winning project that we started in 2016, blah, blah, blah. We've been dedicated to develop on-field success with financial discipline, which is very true. Very, very true. Very well done. Our hard work has paid off, and it has. And then he's saying, this should also benefit our partners, including Oaktree. And now this is the bit that I don't like. So during the approach of the pending Oaktree facility redemption date, we have been making every attempt with our partners to find an amicable resolution, including multiple paths for Oaktree to achieve full and immediate financial return. Unfortunately, our efforts to date have been exacerbated by legal threats and a lack of meaningful engagement from Oaktree. Not only has this been deeply frustrating and disappointing, such behavior poses potential risk to the club that could seriously jeopardize its stability. On behalf of Inter, as the president, I want to assure the hundreds of millions of fans around the world that we will do everything possible to protect our color, fundamental value, and stability. We are committed to working towards a peaceful resolution with Oaktree and continue our success story for our beloved Inter. Forza Inter sempre. So, going back to what Debbie said, like, you try and not pay back one repayment from the bank for a mortgage, or even if you go an overdraft, like anything in life, once you are the debtor, you have no power. You have no power. Once you owe someone that money legally, the power is out of your hands, and you are legally obliged to fulfill the requirement to which you signed up to do. And that's what Steven Zhang, Suning, in the form of Grand Tower, in this 275 million loan, did. They put their ownership, their 70% share of Sorry, guys. I know it's lagging. I'm just trying. I don't know. I'm not supposed to be using the Wi-Fi. I'm supposed to be directly connected. Like my Ethernet plug is directly plugged in, but it's not using that. It's using the Wi-Fi for some reason. I've been hacked by Soothing, not by Oaktree. Oaktree probably they're enjoying my my propaganda. I'm good now. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, Soothing are trying to silence me. But let me go back what we were talking about. Yeah, so I mean, but after Oaktree, I thought, but the Luxembourg thing, isn't that from our or from our side of things? That's from the Grand Tower Suning side of things. Oaktree also based in Luxembourg, or is that just like not just Luxembourg or everywhere else? Because I thought the bank holiday thing affects on our side of things. Because Tuesday then is 21st, and I thought the deadline was the 20th of May. They can file BK and postpone all this. So Shasa here, Sasha here owns a business, and that's what he says. They can file for bankruptcy and postpone all this. I don't know how that works, Sasha. You'll have to explain that. But again, the whole point of this is that it's not really. I'm not really seeing this as a negative in terms of if Oaktree take us over. What my issue is just how bad this looks, how embarrassing this looks on Inter, on Zhang. This was Steven Zhang's opportunity to leave. If he had to leave Inter, to leave with some honor, with some dignity, and some class, as much as you can, I guess, from not paying back your loan, and a bank or an investment bank having this, take over from your because you weren't able to pay that, but in some formal way leave in a nice way, clean way. But now with this statement, he's almost like, it sounds like he's kind of almost ready to fight Oaktree in legal terms. So my fear, oh yeah, thank you, sorry for reminding people. I'm too busy talking to you guys, but remember to like the video, guys, please. 363 people here. My fear is this statement post 20th or 21st of May, whichever one you want to say is Tuesday deadline, is that this develops into a legal battle where it becomes Steven Zhang, because it's not Suning, it's Steven Zhang almost. Like it seems like it's his own personal mission, because it doesn't seem like he doesn't have the government's backing. It doesn't seem like he has Suning as in his dad and his the whole Suning empire's backing. Because if he did, I'm sure, yes, I know they're not doing too well in China in terms of financially, but I'm sure they would be able to get the 380 million together from some place to repay this. But he doesn't have that backing. He refused to sell at every opportunity that he's had because he's been demanding 1.2, 1.3 billion. And now we're here, and he still doesn't seem like he wants to let go. The truth is at the door. The truth is knocking at his door, and it seems like he's still refusing to oblige to the truth, to agree that this is the conclusion of his story at Inter. So my fear is that, yeah, this could develop into a back and forth into the courts, into the legal battles between Zhang's representatives and Oaktree over the ownership of Inter or whatever. And then that, if Oaktree do take over, to kind of jeopardize or block or not make that transition very smooth for Oaktree in this transition. And the other reason why I'm not this was the negative side, but there's one of the reasons why, and this is the reports, again, we don't know what the truth is. The reports are talking about that Oaktree, according to Sole 24 Ore, that they already have a a buyer ready. Oh, yeah, I had the news somewhere. Where is it? There was a news article that was talking about that, the Oaktree buyer, because the reports are saying that Oaktree already have someone that's ready to buy. Oh yeah, there you go. Oops. So let me see who the source for this news is. Yeah, so again, it's Sole 24 Ore. Per the agreement when the loan was May 21, Oaktree would have the right to repossess Suning's controlling stake in the Nerazzurri. Oaktree are not in the football business, and they have no desire to be. That's something that we've been told many, many times, that they are just not interested in doing what Elliot did with Milan and like actually, set a president and set a whole board of people working there and run it for a year, 2 years, and then sell it. They apparently have no interest. They want to make this quick, and they apparently, as according to the report, and we heard this before as well, that Oaktree brought forward buyers to Steven Zhang multiple times, and Steven Zhang's asking price has just put people off multiple times as well. So Oaktree will be ready to begin the process taking over as soon as Suning fails to meet the obligations. This would not be with a view to running Inter in the long term. Far from it, Oaktree would intend to sell the club very quickly. They say that the US fund already have a clear idea of who they will sell Inter to. The newspaper does not, however, name that potential buyer. Oaktree intention would be very much to take control Inter from Suning and then get right to work on the sale of the club to this buyer. One major potential complicating factor, however, this is what we're just talking about. Inter president released a statement today attacking Oaktree. The statement, as I said, hinted at legal obstructions and a lack of cooperation by Oaktree. Therefore, is hardly outside the realm of possibility that a legal battle between Oaktree and Suning could drag on long after former taking over Inter. But again, I don't really know what leg Suning or Steven Zhang would have to stand on, because that's literally, we don't know what exactly was written in the contract, but the loan was on the basis of no repayment made. The 70% stake that Suning own of Inter, that's the collateral for the loan. Oaktree take over that 70%. And that's it. The only thing that would be that I see potentially is that what Zhang had prepared was the Pimco. So the let me see if I can find an article on that. What Zhang's move was using Pimco, who was another company, another investment fund. They were ready to refinance the loan. They were ready to give Zhang 420 million, I think it was. Let me see if I can find an article quickly. But the problem was, here it is. The problem was that loan was actually in the form of another bond. So Pimco were going to issue another bond, which Inter already have a 400 something million bond. So that's separate from this. And apparently within the contract that Oaktree stipulated in the loan was that they weren't able to repay this loan via a bond. So even then, whatever on the legal rights of things, I don't really see how Zhang and Co can really battle this. Oaktree have been trying to impede this agreement between Suning and Pimco. This is because Oaktree is looking to pounce on the club's improved finances. In other words, they would like to extend the loan's deadline. Therefore, the American company is reportedly trying to hinder the agreement between Suning and Pimco. The Chinese group prefers to pursue the refinancing option along with Pimco, who offered more favorable terms. This includes a more delayed date. But this is an older article where it says Suning remain confident about striking a final deal. But apparently now, as per the reports, Pimco are out. As per the reports, where is it? Inter, Pimco. So the latest reports say that Pimco is like completely out now. There you go, Marco Bellinazzo. At the moment, the scenario is this: Pimco has opted out at the expiry of contract May 20th. Oaktree will assert its rights, becoming the owner and starting the sale at the best price to obtain a capital gain. Oaktree has faith in the Nerazzurri management. So that's the situation at the moment. That's the situation. And yeah, I mean, those are the questions that we all have, Noor, about, you know, the management and whatever. Are they going to stay? Ausilio, Bacin, Marotta? That's the really important question for us. We don't know. But what I can say is, and I mean, kind of this tweet here hinted at the fact, you know, Oaktree has faith in the Nerazzurri management. You come in to Inter now. You've seen the great work done by Marotta and co. Why would you change anything right now? So for that reason, I don't really see how Oaktree would see fit, at least for you know, for a year or so to like maybe. And again, that's the thing, that if they're not looking to have Inter long term, why would they even put in different directors in place? And they also have already people working with Inter, because as part of these past 3 years, they've had people as part of the board of directors. They've been having a look at the accounts. They've been influencing decisions, like, you know, when we've been complaining about Inter, you know, financially, why they're doing this, that. Oaktree have been like looking over Inter's homework every time when Inter are doing financial moves. Like, I don't think you should be doing that. They've had guys there for the last few years working with Inter's directors, looking at the accounts, so they know how Inter and the directors work. So I think any smart business person that comes in and takes over will see the great work done. And Inter this financial year will probably close to hit break even. They probably won't hit break even, but they'll be close, or closer they've been for a long time to hit break even. So even on the financial level, Inter are actually in a much better place now than they were 3 years ago. So I wouldn't see why someone would come in and try to change the directors, especially if you're smart. Mattia is going to the party at San Siro. Look forward to the show after the game on Inter Worldwide. Vlog a bit later. Yes, make sure you guys check that out. I'm looking forward to seeing that vlog and looking forward to seeing the party. I hope this doesn't spoil the party for tomorrow. I really hope this doesn't spoil the party tomorrow, because, you know, we're all in. I'm still in very good mood. I think we all are. I think us winning it so early has also kind of like created this kind of effect of, you know, oh, there's another Inter game and the Serie A is still going on. It's like, really, do we need to be doing this? But hopefully tomorrow's game, hopefully we win tomorrow against Lazio and we bring back that good feel-good factor. And that's why another reason I'm annoyed with Zhang. He's kind of like, this statement is kind of spoiled it a little bit. Like, it's kind of, brought this bad taste. It's a bit distasteful and a bit, you know, ruining things a little bit, the good mood that's been going on. He could just, you know, as I said, leave in a peaceful way, but instead he's trying to cause this bit of drama, a bit of tension, maybe trying to make it look like, you know, he's holding on for it is quite desperate. You can tell this is a desperate move from Zhang, releasing a statement like this when you're 2 days before the deadline is a sign that this guy is desperate to keep Inter, which is kind of like, you know, we've grown to know that this guy actually does care about Inter in some way. Like, we know that he's quite passionate about Inter. He does care. We know that. But at the end of the day, he just, as the meme says, you just don't have the facilities, bro. You don't have the facilities for this. So step aside, let the grown-ups deal with this. Oaktree, in the cold-hearted manner that they might deal with this to get the sale done. And then we need to just see who the hell, you know, takes over. What up, bro? Aris Bastoni, hope you're doing well. As long as Marotta is in the house, I'm not worried. Yeah, that's the thing. That's when, you know, when they signed those contracts, remember, we're talking about, you know, last year when all 3 of them renewed the contracts. Marotta, Ausilio, Bacin, the three guys that look after the sporting side of things, plus Antonello on the financial side of things, they all renew their contracts until 2027. So I am sure, well, I hope as well, that in that contract it wasn't like, they're not tied to Suning or Steven Zhang. I'm sure that they must have had guarantees of whether it's Steven Zhang or Suning at Inter, they are happy to continue at Inter until 2027. So those contracts being renewed until 2027 gives me that peace of mind, or a little bit of peace at least for now, because if Oaktree want to get rid of these guys, they would have to pay these guys off, so which I don't see them doing. Yeah, definitely. It's Oaktree are definitely not dumb. In fact, they are very, very smart people. 100%. Huyan. Pimco saw lousy debtor and did the right thing. Well, I think Pimco saw more of just like this whole drama, and they were like, I think legally, as I said, I don't think they're even allowed to do what they were about to do, the issuing of the bonds. I think that was stipulated within the Oaktree contract, that they're not allowed to pay back the loan using another bond. So I think they're like legally just weren't going to be able to even do this. And another thing I'm really annoyed about is sometimes, you think about these, we're just normal people here on this live stream, or some of you maybe doing better financially than others, but you think about these ongoings in big corporate situations and banks and multi-million pound deals, and you think like, these people are prepared, these people do their homework, these people are ready ahead of time. So you think with Steven Zhang, assuming I'm like, this guy's been in China this whole year, surely him and his team of lawyers, advisors, finance people have been working day and night to prepare for May the 20th. But this brother here is like me at university. He waited until the day before the assignment was due. He's waiting, the 2-3 days before the assignment is due, and he's cramming. He's doing his dissertation, his essay. He's cramming it in, writing it, doing all-nighters at the library, drinking cans of Red Bull. Well, I never used to do that, but drinking cans of Red Bull, Monster, whatever, coffee, trying to cram his assignment 2-3 days before the deadline, trying to submit it. But it looks like he's not going to be able to submit it in time, which is like driving me crazy. Like, what the hell? We've been known 3 years, guys. We've known this is going to happen 3 years. And we're at this stage now where we're still unclear on what the hell is happening. And this guy is still holding on for dear life. And we still don't know. Again, I'm still not ready to say that Oaktree 100% taking over, because this guy could pull out something from his back pocket at the last minute. Because that's, human nature. When there's pressure, when there's, few minutes till to go, sometimes that brings out the idea, the eureka moment. Or maybe Daddy Zhang stepped in, the real Daddy Zhang, not him, his dad. Zhang Jingdong, the big daddy, steps in and says, all right, boy, I'll send you the 380 million. So it's crazy. I'm just like flabbergasted that we're here 2 days before the deadline and we still don't have no idea what the hell is happening. Yeah, I mean, that's what it says. I mean, in the multiple reports, Palm, I think it's pretty clear that Oaktree did cause the problems, but because, as I said, the stipulation in the contract is I don't think they can do what they were trying to do. But I don't like the fact that Zhang's trying to paint them out as to be like the bad guys in this deal. It's like, you've had 3 years to either sell the club or find another way out, and you haven't. And now you're trying to make them out to be the bad guys. Like, they're not a charity. Like, the only bad thing is this is the world we live in, corporate world that we live in. This is not, they're not a charity. They're not like, oh yeah, over this 3 years we've become Interisti. Oh, yeah, you've done a great work over these 3 years, cutting costs. Like, we'll let you off this time. Oh, you so and so, go on, keep going for another 3 years. We'll just extend the loan. It's just the cold hard truth of the world we live in. As you know, Debbie used the example of the mortgage. You know, you try miss one payment to the bank, and you try to tell them like, "Oh, you guys, you kicking me out of my house." Like, those guys don't care. You missed the payment, they'll send you a letter. Miss the second payment, there'll be a guy outside your house taking your stuff, kicking it out the side of the house, and they sell the house at market value probably. That's just the cold hard truth of the world that we live in. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no idea who is buying into, who is the buyer that they have lined up. If it is someone that has such a, backing like a Saudi royal family, then of course we'd be happy. But I have no idea. I have no idea if it's true, if it's not true. So we'll just have to wait and see, man. Ahmad says, I feel like I'm on the few. I'm bothered by this. Yeah, no. Again, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm not. This is not a crying stream. This is not even like a, oh no, what the hell stream. Is more like, what? Confused. What the hell is happening? Like, I just want some clarity. I just want some clarity in this situation. So, yeah. Choco Power and Pops account said we will owe Suning around 35 million unless they're willing to accept the delay payment. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's probably the capital injection that we need to do, or they have done in the past in this financial year. Usually Suning, so they've what the loan has been used for, and in the last 3 years, Suning have been using the loan. The people are confused. Like, people think like the loan is being used to like buy players. No, the loan has been used slowly in each financial year to like cover losses or do capital injections, and then those Suning, they've been loaning them to Inter via Grand Tower, and then they cancel those debts. They say like, we don't want, those are debts that we don't want back, and then they convert those loans into I don't know how to say in English, soci capitali, shares or whatever. They convert them, so they don't want them back. But the latest capital injection, yeah, I'm guessing around 35 million, they would probably ask for that back. So yeah, that's probably maybe where the maybe the legal disputes going to be coming in. Yeah, no, that's the one thing. I hope this whole situation doesn't ruin our mood and spoil the party for tomorrow. I think I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the celebrations tomorrow. But it just spoils a little bit. The bank holiday in Lux where our holdings are, so no business will be done that day. Yeah. How bad it looks as a Steven Zhang. Well, no, I hated Steven Zhang probably, but still, Ahmed, like, Steven Zhang is directly related to Inter right now. It still looks bad on us. Like, you can't say that just because it's a Steven Zhang problem, it doesn't look bad on us. Like, it does look bad on us, and it does, spoil our image and reputation, because once again we look like, a broke-ass club that has the future is not looking good. But yes, Ben, we need you. Now, speaking about guys that are financially doing better than us, I think Ben is one of those guys. I've been telling this guy, bro, if you've got the money, please, you buy us, or tell your Saudi brothers to buy us. So Ben, good to see you, brother. Thank you for swinging by. Yeah, it's been a while since I caught you on the live stream. But yes, brother, please, buy us. It makes no financial sense to go court. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what the hell is he going to go to court with? With what backing? With what, on what legal terms is he going to stand on in court? I really don't see it. I really, really don't see it. And that will even, that will ruin his legacy at Inter completely. If he does that, like, I think he still has some sort of good, like, he can live on, like, obviously good memories right now. He's leaving with 2 Scudetti, multiple trophies, 2 European finals, leaving Inter in a better financial state now. Like, when we look back to Suning and Steven Zhang in a few years, you'll see that this period of 6, 7, 8 years as really good, like, just objectively speaking, in terms of titles won, taking Inter from the banter era to back to being a respectable team. But if he now takes this, makes this a legal battle and drags it on and, upsets the first, he says, Oaktree are affecting the stability of the club. No, you would be affecting the stability of the club, Steven Zhang, if you drag this on and take it to court. And that would tarnish his that would tarnish his image for sure, in the fans of Inter fans. Well, some Inter fans already don't like him a lot, like the Kerr Mafia. And again, you'd have more respect for him if he just let go in a, again, classy or not classy, but whatever way that you can say, like, this is just accepting the fact as they are. I don't know. I mean, like, just a straight up normal. I don't know how these things work, Palm, but I don't know how things. I don't. I'm not in the world of banking and finance. I don't know how these things work. I would need, like, one of those guys, like, on Twitter, some of those finance guys that understand it a little bit more. But I have no idea how it would work. But from what I understand, the way that it was being done was stipulated that they could not do it in that way. There was no Pimco. Oaktree simply conspired with Pimco to give him the impression that he has a loan to sort it out, only to pull out last second. This is how hedge funds operate. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Again, we live in a cold, hard world, and I would not put that past these corporate entities that they play these kind of tactics as well. Possibility. That's complete malpractice of a club you just acquired. No way you would get rid of management. 100%, Jules. Why has Zhang left? Again, this is why I'm so annoyed. Yeah, Oaktree have 2 members on the board. Oaktree doesn't have to inject money, books a balance, so they can wait till the final. So yeah, exactly. And apparently, to the reports, they already have the suitor, so they don't even have to wait. By the sound of it. So stupid of Suning to lose the whole investment when they refuse to sell. Well, actually, that's the thing. They don't lose the whole investment. So a few months ago, if you guys remember, it was confirmed that Suning still makes some money out of this. Like, once Oaktree sell Suning's stake, the 70%, they actually do get, like, I can't remember whatever it was, but it was like a 250 or 300 million. They do get back from the investment. But yeah, again, they still lose out on, like, potentially 1.2, or let's say 1 billion they could have made back, whereas now is a lot less. But they still don't go home with nothing in their hands if Oaktree sell. But still, yeah, very, very bad look, very bad management. Guy's been in Milan since November. Yeah, since November. I thought he hasn't been there since last season. I think he's not been there for even longer than that. But yeah, there you go. See, you see. This is what I was talking about. They come out from the sewers. Which is not really, like, again, this for us Interisti. I don't know if you've listened, Moment, but we're not actually, like, sad about this or worried about this. We're more, like, confused as what's going on and more interested in who is taking over Inter. But the fact that we said the positives are, finally, if Oaktree takes over, that loan, that debt, that's gone. That cloud over our head is gone. And if Oaktree do find, I mean, many owners would be in a better financial situation than what Zhang has been able to do. So we might actually have an owner that's able to invest in the club, that actually has liquidity and is not bound by Chinese regulations or just being broke, not being able to invest. So we're actually not particularly worried. And yeah, I think your nose is just not smelling correctly. You might have a bit of a cold or something. You might have some sniffle, because that's not what's happening right now. As long as that management stays in place, Marotta, Ausilio, and Co stay in place, I'm not particularly worried. Am I doing this? Yeah. That's what. And again, this is why, remember, I've been saying, and Anthony as well on Interworld, why are we keep saying, like, make sure you guys celebrate properly. keep celebrating. And I know some people were even moaning that, well, why Inter doing 2 celebrations? Like, why did they celebrate, all those weeks back with Torino, and now they will celebrate again when they lift the title tomorrow? This is the reason, because you never know what's going to happen. We learned from the last time round that don't just take things for granted. So I'm going to be celebrating. Tomorrow will be post-match. I'll be live post-match, and I guess we can call that a celebratory live stream as well. But make sure you guys also, make sure you guys celebrate, man. Again, I am confident, somewhat confident about club moving forward still, but you never know. Things, whatever I said to our friend Moment here, might come back and bite us in the face. We've also got Milan fans in the house as well. Look at this. But football drawn, by the way, is not a rat from the sewers. This is a very balanced and knowledgeable guy. Make sure you check out his channel, by the way. Really, really good videos. He hand draws and animates his videos, puts a lot of effort into his videos. So make sure you check him out. He says quite scary time for Inter. Hopefully he'll be fine, because Seriani is a strong Inter. I remember going through the same. Yeah, but I think it's a bit different from Milan. Thank you for your comment, by the way, Football Drone. I think it's a little bit different via Milan, from Milan situation, because Milan was, they completely defaulted on the loan. Young Hong Lee, he was a complete, fraudster. He did not have the capability to own and run Milan, which actually you could say, I guess you could say the same with Zhang, because he has got a few court cases around Europe, and he doesn't probably have the financial capability to run Inter anymore. He did in the past, but not right now. But with Milan, it was different, because they were in the gutter on the field and off the field, and there was a lot of work to be done. And Elliott, as I said, are very different from Oaktree. Whereas Inter right now in a very different position. We are just won the Scudetto. We are not as good. Milan right now in a much better financial position than us right now. But Inter, compared to that Milan from 2019, are in a much better financial condition too. And they're valued much higher. The sponsorship deals, the revenues are higher. The management that's on board, need to hire new management. Those guys, they had to get Maldini in, they had to get Massara in, had to build that project slowly. The project is already there, and they just need someone that can come in, not touch a thing, just inject some financial stability in there, and it can just continue. So I don't think it is particularly scary. It's just we just need to wait and see who comes in if Oaktree do take over. Considering what's happening, can we even afford a new contract with bigger salary? Don't know. Yeah, I think that's one thing that will be a little bit up in the air now, is these contract negotiations, because I guess until these things are cleared up, I don't think they will move forward with expensive 7 million for Barella, 10 million for Lautaro, these types of contract negotiations, I think, until things are completely sorted out. So I think we might have to wait for those situations to be resolved. And that's another thing that's annoyed me. Ziliako's piping up on Twitter. He dunked on Steven Zhang quite rightly, but again, this guy is being chased by the Interpol in Singapore, and he's piping up. So, throwing, what's the saying? Throwing stones from glass houses, whatever. I'm not good at sayings, but you know which one I'm talking about. For finally winning the second star, let's do 2 Inter shirt giveaway. Speaking of giveaway, wait, let's move on to something. Yeah, we'll do something as well, Binvetto. Thank you. We've been missing the giveaways that Binvetto always offers. We owe you from Debbie Kerr, Mafia and Co. Debbie, I hope you're still here. So before I went off on holiday, my Inter versus Torino preview, I said, comment in the video, like, subscribe, and the winner will be given a Inter Worldwide X Interclub Belfast tumbler, the winner. So now I have the video link in here, and we'll pick the winner from that. And then we'll also, courtesy of Binvetto, we'll also do Inter shirt giveaways in the next videos. Well, actually, we'll do it. So after this video is over, we'll do the Intershirt giveaways. If you comment after the video is over, you need to be commenting and thumbsing up this video. So we'll do that giveaway too. So, but this one is courtesy of, well, I'll pay for the shippings and everything for this, Debbie. So you let me know how much it costs. But the tumbler is courtesy of Debbie Kerr and the Kerr Mafia. So let's see who allow duplicates. No, include replies. No, not include replies. Anything goes. Yes. 37 comments, and let's see who is the winner. Oh, it's actually a channel member, Nick Snox, known as the Mr. Gagliardini fanboy in the community. If you know, you know. He was one of the, aside from Gagliardini's mom and his family, he's the only Gagliardini fan in the world. But he has won himself a Inter Worldwide X Club Belfast tumbler. So congrats to Nick Snox 1356. I will message him on Discord if he's not here right now. Let me know if you are here, Nick Snox. I will celebrate tomorrow like the second star deserves. Yeah, Mattia, man. Big up, big up, big up. Make sure you enjoy that, man. I want to see you party, and I want to see you enjoying that second star even more now, actually. Actually, yeah, this should be like a reason. This should be a reason to celebrate even more. You should, and by the way, yeah, Palm, actually, thank you for reminding me. These guys, Palm used to run the Inter Club India podcast, the Solo Inter podcast a while back, but I think they kind of stopped. But if you are, especially if you are from India, if you're watching this, Palm is part of a podcast called, I'll get it up now, Calcio Charcha. So in Hindi, like, I mean, Charcha is like, you know, chit chat, Calcio chit chat, or Calcio talk, I guess. So there's a group of, you know, Indian Serie A fans. Palm obviously represents the Inter side of things. You got a Roma fan, you got a Milan fan, you got a Juve fan. They even managed to find a Napoli fan somehow. Yeah, they got 334 subscribers. Make sure you guys check these guys out. So big up to Palm and those boys, and bring the Saudis. Yeah. Tony Mitchell report Inter looking at bringing Canadian international topical Cal Laren. Oh God, keep those Canadians away. No way. One of the Oaktree board members is named Justin Bieber. Wow, that is so funny. That is so funny. Cause the legend Young Gags won. Yep. If it's not a Gags t-shirt, you won't accept it. No, I'm not making a Gags t-shirt. I'm not definitely not doing that as a giveaway. As soon as I get home from London, I'll make it. Yeah, no worries. Just send it out. Oh, actually, first, I'll message Nick Knox, get his address. I know he's in the US though, Debbie, so it might be a bit of a pain to send it out to him. But yeah, it might cost probably like quite a bit, maybe like £10-15. But yeah, so let me know and I'll transfer over to you whatever it costs you. Whatever it costs you to get it over to him. And yeah, as Palm says, spam those second stars in the chat. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. You know, Calcio, you know, football is getting big in India, but it's, you know, of course, dominated by Premier League and of course a lot of Barcelona, Real Madrid fans, because that's, you know, those are the monsters of world football. So I do appreciate you guys doing the good work for trying to grow Calcio in India as well. No, we're not doing that, Mattia. We're definitely not doing that. No, don't say that, Debbie. If you want to add bloody Gagliardini on the tableau, don't say I'll add anything you want on it. No, you send it as it is. Send it as it is. If anything, we'll send bloody Vecino on there because he's a Vecino hater. You know, because the Gagliardini fans hated Vecino. There's that rivalry of, you know, Dumb and Dumber. Who do you prefer, Vecino or Gagliardini? So, yeah. Let's see if there's any other, let's see Inter Extra if they've posted anything as we're here live for 55 minutes, guys. Thank you very much for coming through. Yeah, it's not just India, bro, Joseph. It's everywhere. I mean, I think they're starting to do a good job of marketing themselves in America or North America, but they seem to be only focusing on North America. But yeah, they do an awful job of marketing themselves everywhere else. Yeah, so it looks like this is the same thing we read. Inter could become owned by Oaktree by Tuesday. Oh yeah, this one, DiMarzio's tweet said. One thing to note as well. So apparently, Oaktree have hired a man in charge of the communications called Albanese. I forgot his first name, something Albanese. And he worked with Juve for what, 11, 12, 13 years as like their communications guy. So the fact that DiMarzio is getting inside, so we know why there's a lot more information coming from Oaktree now. And I think they're preparing themselves to be, in the world of Italian football now with that hire. So this tweet from DiMarzio, I think we're going to get a lot more inside info from Oaktree side of things now, because we've not really heard from them much. But yeah, the DiMarzio tweet here says Oaktree's position is clear. They're not responding to Zhang's statement. The contract is clear. The conditions have been known for 3 years. The date on the calendar is not a legal threat. The president will have to close the loan by Tuesday. Otherwise, the club will be moved to Oaktree. Easy as that. Cold, calculated, no drama. That's what we expect from an investment fund. So that's that. Well, I mean, you can come through now if you want. I mean, if some of you guys, I mean, we're coming up to an hour now, but if some of you guys want to come through, I'll put the link in the chat now. Huyan, if you want to come through now quickly, just to give us your thoughts. Some of you guys, if you want to give your quick thoughts on what you think of the social situation, come through, guys. Good idea, Huyan, because I've been talking for about an hour now, so maybe it's good to get some other voices into this stream. Yeah, basically, easy as that. We loaned you money, pay it back. If not, we take over. Very, very easy. Mattia says, I was in an Inter store in Milano, but San Siro both were packed. Second star merch is selling out fast. There you go. Look at that. This is not killing Inter fans' hype. The love for this club continues regardless of who's in charge. Really, really good. I hope. Did you even get to go in, Mattia? Because I can imagine the queues. It must have been crazy. Probably struggled to get in. Speaking of merch, also thank you to the few guys of you that purchased the Uncle Sharma merch. I still need to do the unboxing of my poster since I come back from my holiday. But I appreciate some of you guys who bought it. If you, again, no, I know I would prefer you guys to buy the Inter merch, especially more than my one. Or I need to buy the Inter worldwide merch. Yeah, for sure. I've been wanting to have you on, Palm. I messaged you last time as well before I went off on holiday about getting you on the live. So tomorrow match we can try to go live with a few people. Oh, look who is joined, even though he's in Milano. There, he's got it.
Let's go.
Live from Milano, yeah?
Yes, live from Milano, guys. Like I said, it's crazy here. So nobody knows or cares about loan or whatever deals are happening outside. Sorry, I'm currently in my Airbnb, so I don't have a cool camera or mic or anything.
Oh, you sound really good, actually.
As you're used to. But yeah, I bought this today. So, and like I said in the comment, it was packed. You couldn't come. It was like this. You had to move like ants. So it was packed. In Milano, in the city center, packed. San Siro, packed. Although in San Siro there is both Milan store and Inter store, Milan store was empty completely. Like it was all Interisti buying, these Campioni shirts, jerseys, other things as well. So, Ian, thanks to Ian, I'm here. So thank you, Ian. Thanks to him, I got the tickets for the game tomorrow. I'm going to the game tomorrow, guys. I already prepared a short, and you will see a vlog after the game. After I come home, it will be made, edited, and you will see it on Inter Worldwide. So yeah, look forward to that. Yeah, the shirt is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I should have got you. I should have told you to like buy me one. I would have transferred the money. I didn't think I should have told you to get me one as well.
You should have, bro. It's selling out very fast. There is the white one and like navy blue one with golden letters.
Yeah,
So
that's the one.
there
Yeah,
are
that's the one I
two
probably would have
versions.
wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see.
Yes.
Nima is also there. I might ask him if he's going to the Inter store.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
by the
good.
way, some people on Discord saw, but I'm in Airbnb and my host has this in the kitchen.
So you picked the right Airbnb.
Yeah, I didn't know, but yeah, after I entered, yeah, this was in the kitchen. It has some spice in it. So yeah, I chose the correct place. And in the city, when you go around the city, you could see the flags, Inter flags on buildings everywhere with 2 stars, like the new flags, or some people made, with 2 stars, some black and blue flags. You can see them all around.
Nice.
And merchandise is being advertised almost everywhere. When you enter the metro, on the city squares, it's definitely Milano siamo noi. Definitely.
Definitely. And you know what the plan is? Like, is there going to be some stuff pre-match, post-match? Like, how is it working tomorrow?
As far as I know, after the match, some concerts, concert of several performers will happen, and that's all I know. So if anybody knows more, I would like to know myself as well. As far as I know, nothing before the game. After the game, they will lift the trophy. That will be the celebration, and then a couple of Interisti artists will perform some of their songs on the stadium. That's as far as I know. Yeah, the party
Yeah, I
for
know,
tomorrow.
like Luciano Ligabue, he's a big I think he's one of the guys, and the guys that did the new anthem as well. I think they're doing their the song as well.
Yes.
But, yeah, I'm sure there will be something going on, like pre-match too somewhere.
It's gonna be a party, man, everywhere. I mean, last year I was here for the last game as well, last home game, and it was also special because it was before the Champions League final. It was crazy. I can't imagine tomorrow. I read in Gazzetta that over 200,000 people wanted to come here tomorrow. So it's gonna be probably similar to what we saw with the bus. It's gonna be crazy, and I don't plan to worry too much about Zhang and the future of our management and owners tomorrow. No, tomorrow is the day for party, man.
Yeah. Probably Zhang himself is going to be partying.
Yeah, I mean, he's acting like a fan. He would rather lose the club than sell it. like that's how big of a fan he is. So yeah, it's funny, but
nice, man. What do you think in terms of like? This was supposed to be originally a preview for the match tomorrow, but quickly, like, do you think are we gonna win in style tomorrow against Lazio, or what do you think?
I expect so. I mean, we won in style against Salernitana. So not Salernitana, sorry, the Frosinone. So yeah, I expect this is the last home game. It's gonna be a party after that, lifting the trophy. You have to win. So I expect that all starters will start tomorrow, or at least most of them. And like Torino. Torino was taken seriously because it was before the celebration. So I expect the same.
Yeah. Let me have a quick look at the predicted lineups. Yeah, predicted lineups is the starters. Yeah, no surprises.
Yeah. They don't want to ruin the celebrations.
No. Yeah, that would be I mean, it would be amazing to see proper like destroy Lazio in style. That would be really good.
Bro, I don't think we can repeat the semi-final of Supercoppa. That was like real destroying of Lazio.
Oh yeah, that was probably one of my favorite performances of Inter, like on this
year. Yeah, this season. Yeah. Well, hopefully something like that happens, but if it doesn't matter as long as we win and we celebrate.
Yeah.
Hvala, brate, hvala, hoću. He said, "Enjoy, brother," and I said, "I will. Thank you."
This
So,
reminds me, like we've got no like Balkans left in the Inter team anymore now.
unfortunately, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But thank you for joining, Mattia. I think I'm
Thank
gonna
you
call it a
for
day.
allowing
Yeah.
me, and yeah, I will enjoy tomorrow for all of you guys.
Enjoy for
And
me. Have a drink on me.
I will. And yeah, if I take a drink for all of you here, I'm gonna be pretty in the hospital probably, but I will try to enjoy as much as I can and look forward to the vlog on Inter Worldwide. And thank you guys. See you, and Campioni d'Italia. Celebrate the second star, baby.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Ciao,
Bye.
Mattia. Oh, what a guy. Came through, gave us that live feed from Milano himself. He's going to be enjoying tomorrow, and tomorrow I will be enjoying. And yes, I'll be live for the post match. So yeah, if you guys want to join me tomorrow, Huyan's already booked himself a spot. Palmish has also booked himself a spot. So tomorrow, join me live stream. We'll be celebrating together, and we'll see what happens. Ooh. Why is it going out of focus right now? Yeah, and we'll see what happens with this bloody Zhang Oaktree drama. But who cares? As long as Inter are in good hands, as long as Marotta and Coste in charge, I think we'll be okay. Ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter. Congrats to Nick Snox. And yeah, giveaway, guys. As Bin Veta said, 2 Inter shirt giveaways. You have to comment down below after the video ends, not on live stream. After the live stream ends, you have to comment, you have to leave a thumbs up, and you have to be subscribed. And they'll be giving away 2 Inter shirts to lucky winners. Well, yeah, we could do the merch shirts. I guess maybe you don't. I guess because it's the end of the season, probably people don't want the shirts anymore. Or maybe you do because this is the historic shirts. Whichever way, whoever wins, they can decide. And yeah, I'll send Nick Snox's address. I'll have to get the Nick Snox's address first and then send it to you guys. But yeah. Ciao ragazzi, always Forza Inter, whether it's Zhang, whether it's Suning, whether it's Oaktree, whether it's the Saudis, whether it's Binveto, whoever owns us, it's always Forza Inter. See you tomorrow. Hopefully we beat Lazio. Ciao.